So we're going to take a look at how to use this handout or document, which is about using questions to help you communicate more effectively. And the communication is with other folks and also with yourself. So questions are an effective tool, and the person in control of a conversation is the one who is asking questions, because you're getting more information and you're directing the focus, because questions will help us focus on things. So the first one is avoiding conflict. And basically, for example, it's about being aware. And so if you're in the movie theater, someone's kicking the back of your chair, rather than turning around and saying, will you quit kicking the back of my chair, which is very confrontive, you could just turn around and say, are you aware that you're tapping the back of my chair? And they go, oh no, I wasn't. And you avoid embarrassment or conflict, because oftentimes it is a matter of awareness. The other question on there, for what purpose, is like if someone's yelling at you, or if you're standing in a line and someone is yelling at the customer service person, and it's real, and you're standing there and you go, for what purpose are you yelling at this person? They could become aware of that. Wow, they may not have even been aware that they were yelling, and then it's suddenly like, well, I want them to handle, my problem, and it's like, oh, so you can actually start to get them into solution, because how does yelling at someone make them handle the problem in an effective way? I mean, you just can take it elsewhere. The other ones are about avoiding misunderstandings, assumptions. Again, you're gathering information. Clarify thinking. That's where you're just wanting to find out. For example, if someone says, oh, I am so stupid, well, you can look at that and says, well, according to whom? It's like, according to whom are you so stupid? And you begin to see where they're coming from with that. Assist in problem solving, that's key, and that's really what you want to ask yourself. You probably have seen, when I work with you, it's like I'll say, well, what's prevented you from having what you want? Or what have you done to correct the problem or to get to solution? And the last one is redirecting focus. Again, you're trying to help people shift, because if people are stuck in the problem, you want them to start thinking of solution. So if they're saying, oh, I don't want it to rain today, you could say, well, what would you like? And it's like, oh, I'd like it where it won't rain, or that if it does rain, that everything's covered up and it doesn't get wet. So they start thinking, of solutions. So what I'd like for you to do with this worksheet, to make it a worksheet, and to actually, for each of those questions, to create a scenario. For example, you can create a lot of things, but things that people say. For example, let me think. If you say, I'll never get it right, the question, you've got a lot of questions on here that you could ask yourself. You could look at in the second category, question 3, well, what does it mean when I say getting it right? What does right look like? And if you look to clarify thinking, question 9, how specifically will it look to get it right? Assisting in the problem, number 14. Well, what's preventing you from getting it right? And then you could also ask question 16, what would happen if you didn't get it right? So there's a lot of different questions that you can ask. What I'd like for you to do is take each question and be able to create a little scenario where you can use that question. And so it's about practice, practice, practice. You could also just have this sheet with you, and when you're having, just ask friends, that you're working with. I've got this, I want to try some new things and asking questions. Would it be all right if you practiced with me? Because they're going to benefit from it. So that's how you use this. And when we're together one-on-one on a call, you can ask me questions of how to better use this. What can I do to make it even more effective? Those type of things. Anyway, have fun and have a lot of success when you use these questions.